Yo, what's up with y'all boys and girls, man? Hey, Jay Briggs here from Pickdawgz.com, bringing y'all my NBA Jam session on January 31st. 2023, man. If you're looking for more of this great content, y'all know what to do. Smash that like button, subscribe if you're new, and drop your like down in the comments. As you know, I love going through, seeing who y'all like. If you're looking for my best bets, the ones that I'm placing tonight, and best bets from the top handicappers on the planet, man, check us out over at pickdawgz.com and click that premium picks tab. If you're looking for my $15 NBA Jam session play, my best bet in the NBA every night, man, click that link in the description. It'll take you right to my handicapper page, man, and my feature play every day is my $15 jam session play, man. We did cash last night on the Orlando Magic plus the points. We sprinkled some on the money line as well. Great night in the NBA last night. We've hit 7 of our last 11 on that jam session play, man. We go for 8 of our last 12 tonight, man. A great night in the NBA last night, man. I was in attendance as I seen my guy Luka Doncic drop 53 points from like 2 rows behind the bench, man. It was a crazy experience. They did not get to cover. I did make some money on them last night, though, live betting as they fell down early, and I kind of was just live betting them to come back and win the game. And that's exactly what they did, man. So, really fun experience for me last night to see the MVP. I don't care what y'all say. MVP, Luka Doncic, man. He is our whole damn team. He carried us to that win last night. Hell of an experience, man. But yeah, man, that was a great NBA night for me last night. We want to keep the momentum rolling forward into tonight. We want to make some money tonight in the NBA, man. We got a small card. We got some nice quality, though, so we're going to try to smash it per usual. Make sure y'all follow me on Twitter at ParlayGuyJ. That's where I update y'all on late injury news and let y'all know if my mind changes due to late information coming out of the association, man. Like I said, small card. We want to smash it per usual. Without further ado, man, I ain't gonna waste no more of y'all's time, man. Let's make some money tonight, and let's hop right into tonight's NBA action. In our first matchup of the night, man, we got the Miami Heat out on the road facing the Cleveland Cavaliers. Cleveland home favorites in this one, laying 5.5, total 2-11. All right, man, this was fairly simple. We got the second worst cover team in all of the NBA in the Miami Heat, 19, 29, and 3, only covering in 39.6% of their games. This Miami Heat out on the road facing the best cover team in all of the NBA on their home floor in the Cleveland Cavaliers. Of course, I'm taking the Cavs and laying the 5.5 here. I will say Miami plays better basketball out on the road than they do at home. At home, they're an automatic fade. On the road, we do got to take some consideration on if we're going to do it, but I think we do it here. 10 and 14 out on the road against the spread are the Miami Heat. But like I said, man, the number one cover team on their home floor right now are the Cleveland Cavaliers at 17, 8 and 1 against the spread at home, covering in 68% of their home games. Man, I'm not jumping in front of them. We just seen them smash the Clippers in their last one. Man, I know the Clippers didn't really play anybody. They sat all their guys. It was a bad spot for them. But that had nothing to do with Cleveland. Cleveland just came out there, played their game, and they took them behind the shed, 122-99. Hey, Cleveland, this is going to be their second home game in their last 5. They won the other one as well against Milwaukee, 114-102. The other 3 games were out on the road against OKC, Houston, and New York. They won one of those against Houston, lost against OKC and New York. This is going to be the second time we see these two teams face each other this season. Cleveland did win the first one, 113-87 in Cleveland on the 20th of November, man. I'm trying to tell y'all, Cleveland, we do not fade them on their home floor, man. We just ride them. That's where they play the best basketball. They go stupid, dummy, crazy, man, and I'm not trying to catch a falling knife with the Miami Heat, man. Miami, they just lost their last game out on the road to the Charlotte Hornets by 5. So I definitely think the Cleveland Cavaliers, the best home cover team in the NBA, can do the same thing. Miami, they've been playing better basketball. They've won 3 of their last 5. They weren't really covering, though. I think they're like 1-5 in their last 5 against the spread. They just don't cover spreads, and I don't think they cover this one either on the road. They're not going to win it either. Cleveland, I think they win this one pretty comfortably, continue to be dominant on their home floor. They're getting healthier, man, and we're not fading them tonight. We're going to continue to fade the number one team on my do not bet list, and we're taking the Cleveland Cavaliers. We're laying the points with them on their home floor. In our next matchup of the night, man, we got the Los Angeles Lakers out on the road facing the New York Knicks. Knicks length 2.5 in this one, total 231.5. It's an interesting one here, man. The Knicks, we know they don't hoop at home, man. They just don't. The Knicks are actually 9-14-2 against the spread on their home floor, man. Have only covered in 39.1% of their home games. They just don't play their best basketball at home. For some odd reason, they like to hoop out on the road, man. And, you know, we've been on that for much of the season. The Knicks actually straight up at home this season are 12-13, man. So like I said, they just don't hoop at home, man. Straight up on the road is where they like to play their best basketball. 15-11 straight up out on the road are the New York Knicks, man. I don't like the spot for them here in this one. I do think the Lakers can come in here and get themselves an outright win. The Lakers 10-16 straight up out on the road. But Anthony Davis back in the fold, man. They're starting to get healthier. And I think this is just a spot, man. Madison Square Garden. I know LeBron and AD, we really haven't gotten much news on if they're in or out tonight. I do think they play tonight in the Garden, man. I do think they coming out of here with a win. That's just how I see it. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm right. We'll see tonight. But I'm taking the Lakers on the money line. I think it's a good spot, man. They've lost 2 straight. They've only won 2 of their last 5. They got to start kicking it back into gear if they try to make that playoffs, man. What are they? 23-28, 5 games under 500. I mean, hey, it's still right there all in front of them for the taking, man. And I think they come out here and play some good basketball tonight. If you're asking me who's straight up the better team when healthy, it's the Lakers. And the Lakers are getting back healthy. I need to see, though, if LeBron and AD are playing. But I do believe they play, and I do believe they pull this one out, man. In the Garden, LeBron chasing Kareem for the points, especially off that terrible loss the last time we seen those guys against Boston. Man, I think the Lakers come out the hoops, and that's just how I see it. I could be wrong, man, but me personally, I'm taking the Lakers on the money line in this one. This is a game they need to keep pace. Only 5 games under, man. These are the type teams they got to beat to get there because they're not going to beat the upper echelon teams in the league consistently. They're not. So they got to beat up on these mid-major teams, the weaker teams in the NBA. These are the games they got to have. And again, Madison Square Garden, LeBron, AD, they're playing tonight. They get this one done. I'm taking them on the money line here in this matchup tonight. In our next matchup of the night, man, we got the Los Angeles Clippers out on the road facing the Chicago Bulls. Clippers road favorites in this one, laying 2.5, total 226.5. I ain't gonna lie, man, this is probably the toughest game on the board tonight. And as I've said for the majority of the season, these are 2 of my hardest teams to handicap. Both of these 2 teams are just unpredictable, man. It's just what it is. Let's go through Chicago for a second, man. Their last game, they played the Orlando Magic out on the road where the Magic play their best basketball. I thought that was going to be a good spot for the Magic to keep that one competitive. Nope, 128-109 win for the Chicago Bulls. But the game before that, man, the Bulls played the Charlotte Hornets, the worst cover team in the NBA in Charlotte. Thought the Chicago Bulls were going to be a bounce back after losing the game before to the Pacers. Nope. Charlotte smoked them. 111-96, man, took them boys behind the shed. And the game before that, man, they lost the only game the Pacers have won without Halliburton, 116-110. So it's a really unpredictable Bulls team, man. It really is. And the same thing can be said for the Clippers, although I will say the Clippers, we have started to see them better as they started to chill out a little bit on that roster manipulation. At the beginning of the season, we just didn't know who was playing every night for the Clippers. That's just what it was. So if you were betting the Clippers early in the season, you were kind of just betting on faith more than knowledge is what I felt. So I just was kind of leaving them alone. But here recently, man, they started to get better with the roster movement. We started to know who's playing, and the roster chemistry starting to get a little better for the Clippers, man. And we've seen it kind of pay off here as they just went on that long stretch of playing really good basketball. They did lose their last one to the Cleveland Cavaliers, 122-99 in Cleveland. The Clippers set everybody, though. That was a bad spot for the Clippers in that one. It was their 5th road game in their last 6 games. They were in a back-to-back. I told y'all, I expected the Clippers to sit pretty much everybody in that one, and that's what happened. So, yeah, I took we had the Cavs in that one. Here tonight, man, this is a tough one, bro. I'm not going to lie to you. I kind of just been rambling on this one because it's a tough one. If I were to lean anywhere, though, for y'all, for real, I do lean Clippers, bro. This Bulls team, like, I don't know what to do with this Bulls team, honestly, man. The Clippers, they just been playing the better basketball since they've been healthy, man. I love what I've seen from Kawhi and Paul George lately, and I'm not going to fade them. I know they're still out on the road, but hell, they've been out on the road. It's like their 6th road game in their last 7th game, so they're pretty comfortable out here. They've rested because, like I said, they didn't play in Cleveland their last one. I think the Clippers can go in here and beat the Bulls. The Bulls, it's not like they've been a juggernaut here recently. They've been playing some of the weaker teams in the NBA. Now they got to step up and play a really good team like the Clippers. I could kind of see them falling short here tonight. Only laying a bucket with the Clippers, 2.5. I'll take the Clippers in this one. I'll lay the 2.5. It's a tough one. 2 unpredictable teams, man. This game could be all over the place. But so I'm not sure if I'm going to bet it or not. But right now I do lean Clippers. Laying the 2.5 here in this one. In our next matchup of the night, man, we got the Charlotte Hornets out on the road facing the Milwaukee Bucks. Bucks laying 11, total 243.5. It's an interesting one here in this one, man. Charlotte has been playing some pretty good basketball. They've won 3 of their last 5. We know Milwaukee has won 4 straight and they've been pretty dominant. Milwaukee's at home where they play their best basketball, 17-8 against the spread this season. I'm taking Milwaukee. I'm not going to overcomplicate it. Charlotte hammered Milwaukee the last time we seen them, man. This was something really unheard of. Charlotte won that game 138-109 in Milwaukee. On the 6th of January, man. I don't know what happened in that game, but Charlotte put it to them boys in that one. Milwaukee returns the favor tonight. That's just how I see it. I could be wrong. I might be wrong. I might not be. This could be a 25-point win for the Bucks. Let's not confuse ourselves. I know they're playing better basketball. The Charlotte Hornets team has been, but they're still one of the bottom 3 teams in the NBA. Milwaukee's a top 3 team in the NBA. Milwaukee always blows teams out on their home floor on the regular. They're the second best home cover team in the NBA, 17-8 against the spread this season. They've been dominant, winning 4 straight. They've been blowing out a few teams. Their last game, they won by 25. They won by 10 the game before that, 8 before that, 20 before that. Definitely think they can come in here and blow out this Charlotte Hornets team. Just how I see it, man. So for me in this one, I'm not going to overcomplicate it. I'm going to take the Bucks, one of the topper echelon teams in the league. I'm going to fade the Charlotte Hornets, one of the worst teams in the league, especially out on the road. Pretty elementary for me here in this one. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm right. We'll see, but I can't look at Charlotte in this one. I got to take the Bucks in the revenge spot. Think they blow out this Charlotte Hornets team. Repay the favor to what Charlotte did to them on their home floor in that last time they seen each other. In our last and final matchup of the night, man, we got the New Orleans Pelicans out on the road facing the Denver Chicken Nuggets. Denver home favorites in this one, laying 7, total 243.5. Man, we know the golden rule. The golden rule is we do not fade the Denver Nuggets on their home floors. That's where they go stupid, dummy, crazy. That's where they play their best basketball, man. And it's worked as they are the number 1 seed right now in the West, man. 22-4 straight up at home, man. They just do not lose on their home floor. 15-10-1 though against the spread on their home floor are the Nuggets. They kind of regressed here a little bit. I still don't necessarily want to fade them. It doesn't seem like a great place to be. But my gut does tell me Pelicans plus the 7. And I know the Pelicans have been awful here recently, man. I get it. I know. They just got hammered by Milwaukee on the road. Washington beat them by 10. Minnesota beat them by 9. We seen these 2 teams play just last week. I remember that one quite well, as I had the Pelicans in that one, plus the 1, and of course, they lost by 1. I got the push, one of my many pushes of last week. Last week was the week of the push for me, man. But like I said, we've seen the Pelicans beat this team once this season, 121-106 on the 4th of December, and then they kept that one in New Orleans just last week, really competitive, losing by a point, came back and made that game really interesting there in the end. But like I said, these 2 now are in Denver, where Denver just goes stupid, dummy, crazy, man. It's a tough spot. We have seen teams return home in that first home game after the little road trip be a flat spot. That could be the case here tonight for the Nuggets. The Pelicans, I know they've been so awful here recently, man, but we know how the NBA works, bro. They're bound to cover here soon. And I feel like we just keep poking the bear, man. The bear's going to bite back. And that's kind of how I feel about this Pelicans team, man, to be honest. I'm not sure if I'm betting this game, man. The Pelicans have done me dirty here recently. They really have. And the rule is in place for a reason. We rarely want to fade the Nuggets on their home court, man. But my gut really wants me to take the Pelicans in this one. I'm not sure if I'm going to bet it or not. But I kind of like the Pelicans here in this one, man. So I'll probably let y'all know on Twitter later on if I did bet the Pelicans or not. And that's going to conclude today's episode on the Jam Session on January 30th, 2023, man. Thank y'all for watching. Smash that like button for your guy, man. Subscribe if you're new. And drop who y'all like down in the comments. As you know, I love going through, seeing who y'all like. If you're looking for my best bets, the ones that I'm placing tonight, and best bets from the top handicappers on the planet, man, check us out over at Pickdawgz.com and click that premium picks tab. If you're looking for my $15 NBA Jam Session play, my best bet in the NBA every night, man, you can click that link in the description. It'll take you right to my Handicapper page, man, and that's where you'll find all my bets for today's action, including all my packages, all that great stuff. But like I said, my feature play today is my $15 NBA Jam Session play, man. We've hit 7 of our last 11 on that play, man. We go for 8 of our last 12 tonight, including a winner last night with the Orlando Magic, man. A pretty nice win last night as well, as we did sprinkle some on the money line as well. Nice payday yesterday on the Orlando Magic. Want to keep that momentum rolling forward into tonight, man. Follow me on Twitter at ParlayGuyJ. That's where I update y'all on late injury news and let y'all know if my mind changes due to late information coming out of the association, man. 5-game card tonight, smaller card. Got some good quality, though. We want to smash it per usual, man. So let's make some money tonight, man. I'm going to talk to y'all on Twitter. Talk to y'all in the comments, man. It's been your guy, Jay Briggs. I'll see y'all tomorrow, and I'm out. Peace.